Welcome or welcome back to A Life in Delusion. On this channel, we're talking about self-development, leveling up, creating and curating your dream life. Thank you for joining me. My name is Q. Today's topic is going to be about scarcity mindset. So if you're not familiar with the term, it's again a very popular term in the, for social media and just in conversation. About having a scarcity mindset, and what that means in my interpretation at least is that breaking it down into having a scarce, which means little, short, few, there's a limited amount, and then your mindset is of course how you think. So having a limiting mindset, or a limiting pattern of thoughts, a limited pattern of thinking. So the theme of that, having that scarcity mindset limits your thoughts, so it limits what you believe in a way. It limits what you think is possible. It limits what you think you can have. It limits what you think you can do. And that is a major factor in holding you back from doing great things, being more than what you are, not being more than what you are, but having and doing and being greater as a whole. Scarcity mindset can apply to finance, of course. It can apply to opportunities. It can apply to, a lot of it, I think, is especially like the Black women's community, is that there aren't enough good men to go around. That's a scarcity mindset. If you don't think there are, then there won't be. The same can kind of go for if you think, it's like men ain't shit thing. They won't be. The ones you encounter won't be shit, because that's what you're expecting and that's what you're pulling in. So the same thing can go with scarcity mindset. If you think there isn't enough to go around, there won't be. If you think you're not going to have enough money to pay your bills at the end of the month, you won't. It manifests that way. Whatever you believe, truly, not just what you are saying. If you don't really believe it, then it won't come true. But if you really believe, like, dang, I'm never going to be able to make enough money, or I'm never going to get a promotion, or I'm never going to find somebody that's going to treat me well. Sad to say, but you probably won't. Or if you do encounter those circumstances, you won't be able to hold on to them because you don't believe you deserve it, or you don't believe that it's genuine when you come upon it. So I'm going to roll into some examples of how, very recently, I'm not like, these topics I'm talking about, I'm not above them. I'm not beyond them. I encounter them on a regular basis and have to battle with how to deal with it and overcome them, because I know what the better mindset is, but sometimes, you just kind of, my old self will reach forward and be like, oh no, girl, it was trying to draw me back into that lacking in that scarcity mindset. But I know that's not where I'm going and where I am, but it's familiar to me because I was there for so long, and that's what is kind of it's easy to fall back into it, essentially. So let's get into some examples on where I was thinking in a scarcity mindset here recently. So again, a topic I like to talk about a lot is kind of fitness and exercise. It's probably been like 2 months now. I had a subscription, or like a membership at my gym, where it basically boiled down. It was 8 classes a month, so it broke down to about 2 a week. And I decided I wanted to upgrade to the unlimited package. So when I did that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get all my money's worth out of it. So I was going like every day. I think I talked about it in the previous video. That was super unsustainable, because it's a pretty hard workout depending on what you go in there and give it. So I was like, I'm gonna go as much as I can, 5, 6, 7 days a week. So I did that for a few weeks, and it wasn't. that was a terrible idea. So it kind of, I didn't get any long-term injuries, but my performance suffered, and that's what I'm more focused on. That's my bigger goal, is just to perform better and to get faster and to get stronger over time. And because I wasn't allowing my body the time to rest and recover, my performance has taken a hit. I'm bouncing back now, but it's taken several weeks to get back to level ground. And I was thinking of a scarcity mindset. Okay, well, I'm paying this extra, I think it was ended up being like an extra $40 or something. I need to get my money's worth, and that's not really the mindset I need to go into it, thinking about my bigger goals, because the quality of my workout is more important than the quantity. If I go in there 7 days a week and do, and perform at 50%, I go in 4 days a week and get at, perform at 80, 90, 100% and get better results than getting half the effort or half the, quality, for twice as much time essentially. So really backing off of that and saying I have to get my money's worth by going to more classes instead of getting my money's worth by going to just 50% more classes or 100% more classes and getting a better experience and a better quality workout, thinking about it that way. Another example is I am in a deep, passionate, long distance love affair with the country of Mexico, specifically Mexico City. If you are familiar with my travel blog on my previous channel. So I was just thinking, manifesting what I want for the future, and I really want my family to come down and visit and really see, because they just like, oh, Shannon, Mexico, yeah, because you don't understand, so I need you to come and feel it, So I want to bring everybody down at one point. And I was thinking of, getting like an Airbnb, a nice house or whatever for them in the city to come and experience. And it just like clicked in my head that was small fries in comparison to what I really in my soul want to do. I want to have a nice home of my own to bring them to. I don't want to, renting them out, that's great, perfectly fine. The bigger idea would be to have somewhere for them to come, as they please, somewhere I live, as an option, or I don't even have to live there, because I think, just in my personal preference, I don't want to be in a house, as a single person at least, regularly, but I would like to have that on hand for them to use and to come visit me when I become a full-time resident there. So just really elevating, thinking that, okay, this is only what I can afford right now, so this is only what I'll be able to afford forever. No, I need to start putting my energy towards the bigger ideas, And another, I think this would be the third example is, again, kind of as far as my ambitions to live abroad and live in multiple places, is that, so my current apartment, love it, love my building, love my community, but I'm thinking that when I leave to go to Mexico initially, that I'll have to give it up, because it doesn't make sense to be paying a rent here and then paying for, to live somewhere in Mexico as well. Thinking like that's wasteful in a way, and to a certain demographic, sure, but it's not. If I have it, then I can do both, because I do enjoy the city, and I want to be able to come back and forth to both and not have to be in a hotel or in an Airbnb. And it was a limiting belief and a scarcity mindset to think that I have to choose at any point. There's never, there's some instances where you should choose and you must choose, but don't assume that you have to choose one or the other. You can have both. You can have everything you want, and deciding before you let things unfold will limit you. So when in that first mindset, when the time comes, I will have to choose to let this apartment go, because I wanted to go to Mexico. But if I want it if I want to have both, I can, but I have to decide that and start living in that truth now, that I will be in the position to be able to afford both, and it not be stretching me thin, or not be like, I really shouldn't be doing this, or like feeling bad and feeling that guilt about it. That guilt is really the energy sucker of any of the manifestation, is feeling guilt about spending money, or because the guilt of it comes from that, again, that scarcity mindset of thinking, well, I should be spending this money on something else, or I should be saving this money, or I'm wasting it. You're not wasting it. You're spending it on something you feel is of value. Having this apartment in the States will be of value for me when I come back to visit. Having, because again, because it kind of boils down to my community, my family. We have a new baby in the family here in the city I'm in. And when my family from out of town comes to visit, they'll have a place. If I'm not here, they'll have a place to stay and spend time and not be rushed or be on somebody else's dime or somebody else's clock and check in and check out time. So it's really an investment in time and space for my family. So it's not even really about me, but I think it will be definitely a positive attribute to my family dynamic and really, again, enhancing my community, and it won't be a waste. I found some value and some use of it. Could I just leave it empty for however long, weeks and months, or however long I'm going elsewhere in Mexico or wherever else in the world? Sure, but I think I found more value in it by framing it that way, and again, believing that I can and will be able to do and have both in all of the options and all of the real estate and the places and everything I want. I have to believe I can have everything I want. So I guess kind of the main theme of it is to think big. Like, there's nothing you have to lose from thinking big. If you say, you don't have a car right now and say, well, I just take any car I can get. No, think about what you really want and go from there. Aim for that. If you are coming from no car and your dream car is a Ferrari, keep that Ferrari in your space. Is that the first car you're gonna get? Maybe not. But if that is, at some point the car you're in, you created that, you manifested that from, however long, from today to 6 months, a year, 2 years, however long from now. You decided and created that energetic connection to yourself in that Ferrari here today. You may be in a Honda to start. You may be in a Toyota to start. That's fine. Just keep in mind what your goal is and keep that connection and keep drawing that towards you. Just be open-minded. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Keep dreaming big. Like, you really have nothing to lose. You do yourself a disservice by limiting the things you think you can have, by limiting the opportunities you think are available to you, by limiting yourself ultimately in your capabilities. So okay, I think I'm gonna wrap it up with that. If you enjoyed this talk, subscribe. I'm always looking for new ideas. I've been struggling with motivation to sit down and do these videos lately, but every time I'm here, it's always a vibe, and I always get it done. I always feel great afterwards. If you enjoyed it, definitely feel free to subscribe. Leave a comment below. Let me know if there are any topics in particular you would like to hear about from my point of view. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.